Hello and welcome back. Today I want to talk about three Bolsey cameras. Now Bolsey was a company that was formed by a gentleman named Jacques Bolsey. He was actually born Jakob Bolsey, I think that's the proper pronunciation, in the late 1890s, where he moved to France after being born in Kiev, but he founded the original Bolex 16mm camera. That was in the 1920s, and then in the 1930s he went on to design and help with the Elpa reflex cameras. So he is a very accomplished designer when it comes to cameras, and that he moved to the United States before the World War II, where he worked with the US government to design different apparatus, and some of them being cameras. After the war in 1947, he moved he began Bolsey Camera Company, and the first camera that he designed was this Bolsey 35 Model B camera. Now the Model B camera doesn't have double exposure lock. This one actually you can make multiple exposures on the camera, but the camera is made out of dye aluminum, so it's a very lightweight, it's a very rugged camera. It has this unusual kind of triangular shaped back of the camera, which kind of is unique. This is a special camera, and I don't really know, other than the red color, what makes this special. I know that they did make some special cameras that were made for scientific purposes. This one is missing the red Bolsey button. But how you operate the camera is your shutter speeds are set here, and you have shutter speeds from 1/10 of a second to 1/200th of a second. Your aperture is set here. You have a 44mm f3.2 Wollensak lens, so you have aperture settings of 3.2 up to 16. Your shutter release is right here. Focusing is done through a viewfinder, and on the right hand side is a split image rangefinder, so you're actually going to bring two lines together into one line by moving your focusing knob here. To load the camera, you're just going to unlock the camera's back, pull the back off, and drop your cassette of film into here. Now it's kind of unique how this camera operates because your drive gear is locked. So you're going to put your film into here, bring your leader over and attach it to your take-up spool, but you have to lift this button, your winding knob, and then turn it, which actually allows you to turn your drive gear. So if you don't lift this first, it's going to rip out all the sprocket holes. So once you have your film loaded in here, you're just going to drop your back on the camera and lock it, and advance to your first frame, taking some pictures, lifting and winding to your next frame, and then you're all set for taking pictures. So this is the first model of the Bolsey. It's called the Model B camera. I have a military version here, which is called the PH-324A, which was made for the Signal Corps. This one has the double exposure lock. So what they've done is they actually put this little bar by your shutter release, so you can't click it again. You have to kind of push this button back before you can take your next picture. So once you take one picture, this bar ejects out and you can't take a secondary picture. But it's very similar to the Model B 35mm. You have the same locking for the back and loading system. So it's very similar to the first model, but this one actually has a double exposure prevention capability, and this was made for the military, for the Signal Corps. That's why it has the olive drab, so it has the olive drab green color, and it has a black instead of the chrome finish. They also made this to where you have simplicity. So they have a red dot on your focusing at around 15 feet. You also have a red shutter speed, which would be 1/100th of a second. And you have a red f8 for your aperture. So you can pretty much set it there and it's going to work very similar to an Instamatic where you have hyperfocal distance of anywhere from 5 feet to infinity. It will be sharp. Once your film is taken, you're just going to rewind this back into your cassette. The other version that I have is what's called a Bolsey B3, which is a later model. These two have a pebbled finish leatherette. This one has more of a nylon feel to it, but they both have the regular viewfinder, the rangefinder. This one uses a little bit different system. This is your focusing here with these two knobs. Shutter speed is going to be set on the around the lens, which would be same 200 to 1/10 of a second. Aperture is set by this little button on the bottom. You can just move to your separate aperture settings. Film is wound here, and your frame counter is right here. This one, the back actually removes from the camera a little bit differently. This one you're going to unthread. But same body system. Same film loading system. Just going to put this back on the camera. This was made in the 1950s. Has a little bit different top system. Looks a little bit different, a little bit cleaner. But these are and this one actually has a different lens as well. This one has a 45mm f2.8 lens. It's not a Wollensak anymore. This is a Bolsey Steinheil and a Stigmat lens. So a little bit different system, but they're all three Bolsey cameras. I like it because I like the three different colors. I'm a colored camera aficionado. I really like the different colors that they have on their cameras, and I'm very proud to have the Bolsey PH-324A, which is a nice military camera. It takes really good pictures too. Let me show you a couple of pictures that the PH-324 has taken. So I want to thank you for your time. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next week. Thank you very much.